usual. And then there's 1 in a billion. Starting with Jyoti from India.
Hello, I'm Jyoti Amde.
She may look like a child, but she's actually a 29-year-old adult. Clocking in at only 2 feet tall, she's considered the world's shortest woman.
9 months, 26 years.
And sure, she has to manage life by keeping her furniture and clothes on the small end. But on the bright side, at least she gets a personal chauffeur that does most of the walking for her. I guess great things really do come in small packages. But we can't talk about Jyoti without talking about this guy. Meet Sotan Kosin, otherwise known as the man who stands above all. I mean, he's over 8 feet tall, which practically makes him a skyscraper when compared to the rest of us.
My body is a gift from God.
He's so tall he towers over cars and door frames, while his hands and feet are even bigger than most people's faces. But being that tall does have its shortcomings. There aren't that many giant-sized mattresses lying around, and when he looks for a couch that's sized for him, they typically come up short. It's not all bad though. At least we know who to call if we need to reach something on the top shelf. Meet the real-life Popeye, Jeff Dabe, the arm wrestling champion with forearms you'd assume were fake, but trust me, they're very real. And like Lady Gaga, he was born this way. The rare condition he has made his hands so big, he makes plums look like peas.
I went and picked some plums this morning off my plum tree. They're really good.
He can also palm a basketball better than Shaquille O'Neal. But to make things even better, he can tear a watermelon open with ease. Yeah, remind me to invite him to my next picnic.
Watermelon, anyone?
The term Big Mouth doesn't quite do Domingo Joaquim Jaquinho justice when trying to describe his chops. In fact, I'm not even sure there's a phrase in the English language that could accurately describe how wide his mouth really is. When fully stretched out, it measures to nearly 7 inches, which means his mouth is big enough to fit most things you find in your fridge. No joke, he can literally swallow a full can of soda like it's nothing. Is anyone else curious what his trip to the dentist is like? Speaking of curiously, I wonder what that like and subscribe button does when you click it. Zion Clark can do more with his top half than most can do with their entire bodies. Not only is he a world record-breaking track star who can run 20 meters in less than 5 seconds, he also has no issues squaring up with people on the mat or in the paint. And he does it all using only his arms. Talk about a rough upper body workout routine. He kind of makes me feel guilty for all the times I said I was too tired for the gym. After seeing Gurkari Petroviclet's abnormally long tongue, you'd swear she was part reptile.
I don't mind getting negative reaction. I mean, there's different people.
Seriously, I'm sure even some amphibians have a hard time keeping up with her. Her tongue measures 4.5 inches long, and with it, she's able to do things like lick her elbow, ear, and even her eye. Yeah, I have a feeling that this is one for the record books. But Gurkari isn't the only person with an exceptionally long appendage.
There we go.
Meet Jacob Pina, also known as the man who could literally beat anyone in a thumb war. It's so long that you wonder if he waters it every night. Seriously, this brings a whole new meaning to a thumbs up. These are the kind of unusual skills you develop when you don't have a collarbone. Being able to touch your shoulder together like this basically gives you another set of hands to carry things, or to crush things with. Something tells me that this guy and Gado Matarazzo would really hit it off. Amar Barati wasn't kidding when he said he was going to raise his hand to the sky and never put it down again. He did it because of his own spiritual convictions. And I have to hand it to him. When this dude sets out to do something, he does it. Because he's been holding his arm in this position for more than 45 years. Just think about keeping your hand raised in class longer than 5 minutes. So kudos to him, because I don't think I have the willpower to commit to anything longer than a TikTok. Gary Turner might as well have changed his name to Reed Richards, because his skin's elasticity is something I've only ever seen in the movies. And like Richards, Gary's mutation has become his superpower. But instead of stopping crime, he uses that power to break records. Stretching his skin to more than 6 centimeters in length helps him perform some of the most mind-boggling feats, some of which include things like this. Okay, I don't think that face mask is gonna be FDA approved.